Hey, Kevin Falvey, Editor-in-Chief of Boating Magazine, coming to you today from the beautiful Ocean Reef Club, Key Largo, Florida, aboard Regals 50 SAV. This is a highly versatile boat, great for day boating with your entire family. You can fish this boat, you can dive this boat. It's even got luxury accommodations below deck. Stick around, we're going to show you all the features of this Regal 50 SAV. SAV stands for Sport Activity Vessel, and nowhere is that versatility more evident aboard this boat than here under the expansive hardtop. Check out the integrated windshield. It's a curved, tremendously sized pane of glass offering excellent visibility. There's a sunroof overhead, and all these features are great. But really where Regal applied themselves was to the seating and entertaining possibilities under this protective hardtop. This row of Helm seats seats 4 people comfortably. You can move the seats fore and aft. There's armrests, and the outboard seats spin around to face aft, so people can look at the wake or join in the conversation that's happening behind them. Behind this row of Helm seats, there's 2 sleigh seats. These are double wide seats, again with armrests. These recline, touch a button, and the backrest goes back. And that's not all. The Helm seats and sleigh seats aboard this new SAV model, the backrests fold down to create teak-top snack tables. Additionally, they spin completely around, so those guests can enjoy conversation with people in the back part of the boat, and or to facilitate activity with the summer kitchen, which is located furthest aft underneath the hardtop. And under that, we have a grill, we have a sink, we have refrigeration, we have storage, we have overhead phone charging. There's even an MFD screen overhead, so if the skipper is also the cook, he or she can keep tabs on all the boat functions. A wheel spinner like this one is old technology, but the Regal's Helm is anything but low tech. We've got 3 big Garmin MFDs, and that's not all. Regal's got a digital switching system that you can access through these MFDs and control everything on the boat. Regal's basically arranged the digital switching interface into 3 layers: cabin, deck, and hardtop. If you want to monitor or operate a system in one of those areas, simply touch it. Let's go to the cabin. If I want to turn off a light, I touch it. And if I want to turn on a light, I touch it. There's even safety reminders built into this interface. For instance, if you left the side terraces down, you're going to get a visual alert on the screen. Before we leave the helm of the 50 SAV, let's talk a little bit about power. To control the 600 V12 Mercury outboards, we've got Mercury digital controls, joystick, JPO piloting, and an integrated bow thruster. So whether operating in open water or in close quarters of a marina or docking, it's a handy boat to operate. Now, power comes in 2 flavors. There's the power that propels the boat, and then there's the power that runs all of your systems. And here, Regal's breaking new ground with their new live power system. The advantage of the Regal live power system is you can run many of the boat's systems for hours at a time on battery power, no fumes, no noise, and then when the battery's drawn down to 20%, the generator automatically kicks on so you can continue the party. Now, the beauty part about Regal Live Power is you don't really have to do anything. Everything happens more or less behind the scenes. You do get a nice graphical display for monitoring purposes, but whether it's operating the generator and the batteries, it all happens automatically. In fact, you can switch from shore power to generator simply by unplugging the cord. That's all handled automatically too. Before we leave the helm, I'd be remiss if we didn't discuss the Garmrest. The Garmrest is Regal's special armrest-mounted display screen that lets you operate all your MFD functions without ever having to get out of the helm seat. Folds back when not in use, folds forward when you want to use it. Access to the cabin is in yacht style. You simply push a button, and the companionway hatch opens. There's even a lock that you can enable on this with a combination you put into the MFD. Now, the cabin aboard this boat has got plenty of headroom, plenty of natural light, and there's plenty of space. There's 2 cabins. There's a V-shaped cabin forward. There's an aft cabin with a big master berth. The head has a separate shower stall, again with plenty of headroom, designer fittings, designer furnishings throughout. Check out the door. It's a multi-panel, solid wood door. It looks great, and it befits a boat of this stature. Overhead, there's a tremendous skylight that really lets the sunshine in, but if you'd like privacy, you can deploy the shade. Regal also incorporated tremendous storage into the cabin aboard this boat. Forward is an area that they call the frunk. It's the forward trunk. Remove the backrest cushion and it opens up into an expansive storage area. So here we are on the beautiful Florida Keys. Look at the size of this bow lounge aboard the Regal 50 SAV. It is a tremendous socializing area. We've deployed this overhead sunshade. It stretches from the hardtop to the bow, plenty of headroom above. A feature I'd like to point out about this boat in general is you have this distinct socializing area here in the bow for a number of people. Under the hardtop, you also have a distinct, separate conversational area, and then you can have another group of people assembling in the cockpit. And this is a natural way that a large crowd of people will break into separate conversational groups, and the 50 SAV allows for just that phenomenon. Let's go see the cockpit. And the cockpit's in full sandbar mode. We've deployed the terrace doors, which you can operate either by the screen or by the buttons located right next to each door. They add probably 70 square feet to this cockpit in total. Then there's even more platform space aft. There's a swim platform on each side of the engines and a deployable swim ladder. For seating in the cockpit, we've deployed the aft bench, which will seat 3 or 4 people across. You've got this lovely settee, which faces aft for another 3 or 4 guests. That's flanked by cold boxes, one of which is an ice maker. In the center, we've got a beautiful rocket launcher if you're fishing. And speaking of fishing, there's twin pressurized live wells across the transom. There's rocket launcher rod holders on the corners of the hardtop. There's rod holders in the gunnels, there's rod racks underneath the gunnels, and there's optional outriggers. You can indeed fish the 50 SAV, and that adds to the versatility of this boat. Here's a feature we've never seen before. Regal incorporated a compartment for a stern anchor. That way when you're at the sandbar or cove, it's ready to go and it's in the right place. If that doesn't show how versatile this boat is, you need to come aboard yourself and get a full tour. To learn more, visit boatingmag.com.